Like, I was no longer focusing on people outside of myself, and it felt really great to prioritize me, even if other people are fucked over because of it. And I was telling her, I'm actually pissed off. Everything I did was to make sure that everybody around me didn't have to go through what I went through. I wouldn't be healed, or I wouldn't be in my highest alignment if I choose to go back and I choose to dwell on it. Hi, Angel Fairies. I hope you guys are having an amazing, gorgeous, abundant day, and happy new year. We are in January 1st, 2025. This is actually, it may go up today, it may go up tomorrow, whatever I decide to do. But I am so excited that I am welcoming the new year with you guys, and that we're going to do this video titled, Do Not Take These 5 Things into 2025. Okay, 2025 is a year where we finally live in our highest alignment and we do things that make sense for us, whether that be being the villain, setting firm boundaries, focusing on our own path and our success, and letting go of anything that doesn't matter. So if you guys want to know exactly what 5 things you do not need to take into 2025, let's hop into this video. By the way, my name is Nadi. I am a spiritual practitioner as well as wellness advisor that help people live their ethereal lives in any way, shape, and form they want to. So if that's something that interests you, make sure to give this a big thumbs up, subscribe, and turn on my post notifications so you won't miss a video from me in the future. So we're just gonna dive right into the first step, or the first thing you do not want to take into 2025, and it's lack mindsets around manifesting. I have spent the entire year of 2024 relearning what manifestation truly is and implementing it into my life. And so since now I'm in a place where I can manifest like that, which I always could, but now there's no resistance to me manifesting, I absolutely positively want to share with you guys why you need to get clear on manifesting your desires with ease and what manifestation truly is. So in 2024, I learned about the law of assumption, and it's not like I wasn't practicing this law already. All of us practice this law. It's now I'm more conscious about what I'm practicing, and the law of assumption is simply whatever you assume is what's going to become true for you. And that's how most of the world works. So if you constantly assume in your favor, you're going to be able to receive your desires whenever you want to, or whenever you feel like having them. So since I started practicing the law of assumption, I've been reshaping my mindset around what I wanted to achieve in this physical reality. And the practices I've been using to do that is saturation, which is literally saturating your mind, soul, and body with an affirmation, a visualization, a subliminal of whatever you desire. I also use affirmations every single day. I'll probably say it to myself in the altar. I'll wake up and say it. I fall asleep to affirmations. I fall asleep to the subliminals. Like, I am literally saturating and reshaping my mindset by just repeatedly telling myself what is true, okay? Because that is the law of assumption. Once I practiced the law of assumption and doing it with multiple methods that I really, truly enjoy, my life really started to change in the direction that I wanted to, and do so consistently. Because one thing about me, I never had a problem with starting, but in the past, I definitely had a problem with consistency, because when you recognize that the law is essentially reminding you that you are the controller of your reality, and that whatever you says goes, you can not only bring about success, but you can bring about destruction. And a lot of us tap into self-sabotage once we realize that we are the, operant power of our reality. And so 2024 was just me realizing, yeah, I can continue to be happy. I can continue to be successful. I can continue to do the things that I like to do. And the only way I'm not those things is if I choose that, right? And a lot of us choose that. And it's not something that we want to happen, right? Or we intentionally choose. It's just like, when we getting a lot of responsibility after years of not being responsible for your life, or thinking that you're not responsible for your life, it can be scary. It can be very, very scary to tap into that power. So that was what 2024 was all about for me. Just like, not only just tapping into that power, but reminding myself I can continue to do it, right? Be consistent. So that's why I need you guys to stop taking lack mindsets into 2025, because you manifesting your desires is something that is innately your birthright. You are living in the manifestations of your desires right now. All you need to do is shift your mindset. All you need to do is shift your heart set, and you'll be fine. If you guys would like a bigger video on this, let me know, because I can do so. There's so many things I want to tell you guys about it. Like, one, you can use not only just your mindset to change your reality, but you can use your heart to change your reality as well, especially if you're a person who's very energy sensitive and your emotions are very powerful. Like, you need to use them for success. If you don't, you're losing out. I also want to tell you guys about how it's only your mindset that shifts your reality, not anything else. So if you're feeling depressed or sad, you don't have to worry about getting into a frequency of abundance or matching the frequency. You just need to think in your highest alignment and you'll get it. However, with that being said, I love the frequency. I love matching the vibration of my desires, not because I'll get it, but because it makes it easier for me. Like, when I'm tapping into love, when I'm tapping into compassion, when I'm tapping into gratitude, things just stick to me like a magnet. So why wouldn't I use that power? And some of you guys have that power, so I want to make sure you tap into it. I also want to show you guys how many affirmations you can do and what affirmations you can do. I want to help you guys release like limiting beliefs around like affirming in your highest alignment. Like, there's just so many. So if you want a separate video on it, let me know and comment some questions that you want me to put in that video or answer in that video, and I will do it for you. The next thing you are not going to take into 2025 is people who do not deserve your love. Please cut them off. Please let them go. Please be the villain. Even if you're in the wrong, cut them off. It don't matter as long as you're happy, okay? Me personally, they think I'm in the wrong, but I know I'm not. So like, you gotta do what you gotta do. So one thing I learned in 2024 is that it was a lot of lessons around the people that I kept in community with and the people that I called my friends, and how I was losing myself just to be their friends. And I'm not saying I'm a saint, because, you know, in order to be their friends, I had to stoop down to a level I knew was wrong. Like, I knew it was wrong, period. But I was so thirsty for companionship. I was so thirsty for love and this, that, and the third. But most importantly, I have such a deep loyalty to family, to friendships, and those in that nature. And so since I have such a deep loyalty, it'd be so hard to just cut shit off when it's clearly right in front of you. Like the answers, the signs, the red flags, beep, 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 right there. But because I have the heart of endurance and because I had the heart of love, I kept doing it, right? And it kind of presented itself into bitterness. I was in a place where I was self-sabotaging, closing off my heart, and also like expressing myself in very negative ways when I know that is really not me. And especially since I worked many years on fostering a peaceful and calm state of mind, the fact that I allowed people outside of me to get me to this state was absolutely insane. And so this year, especially around the eclipse season, I was cutting people off, but most importantly, I was letting shit blow up. And I think one thing that really stuck with me was that I didn't need to cut people off in a very righteous way. Like, I can be the villain, I can say fuck this, and I can say I really don't care how you were hurt. You hurt me enough. And so it was kind of great. It was kind of great. And I feel like the last, I want to say 3 to 5 months, because I think it happened in October. It happened my birth month. Ghetto. It actually happened around, it started to bubble up in the summer, and then it's kind of trickled down to September, and then September it blew up, and then like October, and then everything else, like the aftermath of it. So that's essentially how it went. That was ghetto. But yeah, around that time, I was like, you know what? Let's fuck shit up. It needed to happen, because I was like, this is not good. And I would always speak about it. One thing about me, I would never not speak when some shit is wrong. But it got to a point where I kept speaking about it every other week. And I'm like, well, that's not normal. Right? That's not normal to continuously talk about shit you're doing every other week and it's not being fixed, but it said it'll be fixed. I was like, this friend group is not normal. And so I kind of cut off the connection and no longer hang out with people that don't bring me exactly what I need to bring. And literally my life shifted. Y'all don't get it. I started to focus back on my success. I started to focus back on my business. I started to connect with you guys more. I started to like literally immerse myself in my goals and realize that I can actually achieve my desires, because it's super easy to do. Like, I was no longer focusing on people outside of myself, and it felt really great to prioritize me, even if other people are fucked over because of it. And again, I used to be such a people pleaser. I used to always want to make sure everybody outside of me is good before I am good, even if other people did not see it. And since stepping out of that self-sacrification mode, or self-sacrifice mode, life has gotten so much easier. I am able to spend on myself. I am able to take care of myself, make sure that I'm good, and get back into my creativity. And it's been great. I just realized so much that so many people were siphoning off of me, and I was allowing them, right? I was allowing them to do so, because no one can take anything from you unless you allow them to, unless it's, you know, certain circumstances. Okay, don't get too crazy with it. So and back in October, I was talking to my friend. Literally from October to November, me and my friend was just chatting it up. Like, we were having deep, beautiful conversations about the last like couple of years. Like, ever since high school, we were having like really deep conversations about it. And I was telling her, I'm actually pissed off. And I think this past year was the first time ever I not only got pissed off for people who I knowingly knew was like trash, but people who hid behind it, and I saw them in a different light. And I was like, wait a minute, I've been played for about 8+ years. I was getting played, and it wasn't like they didn't show me that. I chose to believe something different. I chose to believe to, you know, see myself in them and treat them as I would be treated. But I had to realize that a lot of people don't have the heart that I have. They will take advantage of it. They would not care, right? Especially if they grew up in an environment where that is normal. And I had to let them go. Not only did I have to let them go, I had to let them move on their own journey at their own time, because I'm in a different place and they're in a different place, and that is okay. Like, that is not wrong to be in a different place. And I think that's another thing I learned. I always wanted to teach, always wanted to save, always wanted to make sure they're good, but at the same time I had to recognize they're their own people. So since they are their own people, they have to learn life in the way that they need to do so, even if they may not learn it the right way from my standards, or they don't learn it at all. That is their prerogative, that is their right as a human being, and I cannot project what I want onto them. And that's another thing I had to learn too, that projection of myself onto them was wrong, but most importantly, the projection of like wanting to make sure they're good, because everything I did was to make sure that everybody around me didn't have to go through what I went through. And in doing so, self-sacrifice occurred, and it just put me in a situation where I was literally just played for 8+ years. So I think in October, I just looked back at the past 8 years and I'm like, you son of a bitch. And it really never clicked, because I never used to get angry. I was like, I don't regret doing that, because if I didn't do that, well, they wouldn't be able to move here and make these amount of friends and make sure they can, you know, have autonomy. They wouldn't be able to, you know, live the life they're living now if it wasn't for me. So I'm glad I did that, even if it was at my expense. But then I really thought about it, and I was like, actually, I should have left them there, because at least I would be good. At least I would have been where I needed to be, and I wouldn't have to take another 5+ years to get back to this point. I was like, you know what? No, they should have stayed there, and they would have figured it out, just like I figured it out my damn self. I didn't have to save them. So that irked me for a couple of months, and I had to let go of that anger. Literally, I didn't have enough time to let go of that anger, to be honest. I had to take 2 weeks, because my ancestors was like, okay, now you know the truth. Now we want to help you get yourself together and finally get all your desires. So we're going to let you mourn and get pissed off for 2 weeks. After that, you need to let it go so that we can start helping you live in your highest alignment. We literally made a pact. I think I talked about this in an earlier video, but we literally made a pact and everything. And I was like, listen, I'm pissed off. Okay? I was like, I'm mad. I don't want to hear nothing about a pact right now. But I thought about my highest self. I thought about my future, my present moment, where I want to go. And I was like, okay, fine. I'll let it go. If you promise to do this. And he was like, yes, of course. So I let it go. I'm healed. The only reason why I wouldn't be healed or I wouldn't be in my highest alignment if I choose to go back and I choose to dwell on it. Stop it. I think it was him. And then that's her. That's Sage right there. Look, she trying to, hello. That's Sage. That's Apollo. They fighting. The other one had to leave because he was fighting too and biting stuff. Don't have kids. But yeah. So I let it go. And they kept their word. They're starting to keep their word. Because they kind of put me in like a trial tribulation period. Like, okay, is she really gonna let this go? And I was like, yeah. Yes. Okay, I let it go. So now we having fun. I'm getting my desires. I'm manifesting everything. I'm on the right track. And it was simply because I let certain people go. And I highly recommend you do so. I'm going to be creating an entire video on on how to cut people off. So if you want to see that, go over to my Patreon, because that's exactly where I'm going to post it. So go and sign up to my Patreon down in the description box below. The first 10 people who do will get a free trial. Okay, that's from me to you. That's your little New Year's gift. Go to Patreon if you want to see how to cut people off with ease. Not only am I going to talk about like self-sabotage and how to actually do it with spells, rituals, but also like practical practices, but I'm also going to talk about like the fears around it and why you may do it. Like, I'm going to convince you. I'm not going to say do it. I'm going to convince you. So yeah, that is the second thing that you're not going to be bringing into 2025. People who don't love you and don't cherish you in the ways that you deserve. There's so much I can talk about. Y'all just wait till y'all get to Patreon and I post that, because there's so much. I just remember like making sure people don't see you just as an asset and they see you as a human being with feelings. That's another one. So, you know, have to do it. Another thing that you're not going to bring into 2025 is recklessness. Yes, we can't be acting a fool. If we take a risk, it needs to be calculated. We need to be intentional in 2025. Why? Because your intentions are going to manifest. Your wishes are going to be fulfilled. Your wishes are going to come true. Your dreams are going to come true. So you want to make sure that whatever you're conjuring up for yourself is something that you want. There's no time for trial and error. 2024 was the year for bullshit. 2024 was the year of getting your ass whooped in a good way. Like, I personally love 2024, even though it tore my ass up. I love the year. It was the best year of my life. Oh my God, I needed it. But we're not doing that in 2025. We're getting our shit together. We're being in our highest alignment. If you see a post that says, oh, you don't have to do a vision board for the new year. You don't have to manifest your desires. You don't have to clean. You can just sit down. It's propaganda. Don't listen to it. It's not talking to you. They're not talking to you. You got shit to do. You got things to be. You have manifestations to bring into your physical reality. You cannot sit down. You got to be intentional. You got to let go of the recklessness. Now, it doesn't mean, don't have fun. It doesn't mean pressure yourself. It means be flexible, be open, but intentional. Every single thing you do is intention. Even if you have fun, there's a reason why you're having fun, because you deserve to have fun. Everything is done with intentional. Like today, I'm going to see Nosferatu. I am going to go to the movies. Why am I going to go to the movies? Why? Because I deserve. I am not staying in the house in 2025. I'm getting my ass out there, even if it's a movie. That's intention. I went and I spent that money and I said, I'm going to have fun. That is my intention. I'm not staying in this goddamn house. And you're not doing it either. Do you understand me? Okay. So no more recklessness. We're being intentional. We're letting shit go. And by the end of 2025, you're going to come back to this video, or I'm going to make a new video. And I'm going to be like, oh guys, what did you manifest for the new year? And y'all going to tell me, Nadia, I manifest everything because you told me not to be reckless. And I'm like, I told y'all. Some of y'all might not care, but the ones that do care, love you. All right. So yeah, we're not bringing recklessness into 2025. We're being intentional. We're being mindful. We're not, escaping responsibility. We're taking accountability. We're no longer in victim mode. You're not doing that. I'm sorry. Now you know, because I just told you how to create your reality, that you're the operant power of your reality. So if you choose to go out of your highest alignment, or you do something crazy, you're choosing to do it. I'm sorry. You're choosing to do it. Okay? So next is emotional turmoil. We're leaving that in 2024. We're leaving that behind. Why are we leaving that behind? Why are we leaving emotional turmoil behind? That's depressing. That's stressful. That's sad. You're going to react to situations in a calm, peaceful manner. Why? Because you're emotionally regulating, you're tapping into yourself, you're recognizing that if everything is a mirror outside of me, I'm creating this situation in a way. Or I'm certainly responding to the situation. And so now I need to pay attention to what I'm responding to and making sure that I'm tapping into love, kindness, and compassion for no reason. A lot of people think they need a reason to be loving, to be kind, to be compassionate. And I even thought that at one point. I always used to give, a reason why behind things. But no, you just need to regulate your emotions, because it's going to be good for your mental health. It's going to be good for your emotional health. It's going to be good for your soul, for your heart. Okay? You're going to love again. You're going to be at peace in 2025. You're going to open yourself up to family. You're going to open yourself up to friends. And I don't mean people who hurt you, right? And this is another thing I'm going to talk about. Let me know if you want a separate video on this. But you're going to set and enforce firm boundaries so that even if you open up your heart and enemies come in and they're like, ooh, I want to be a part of her because she's showing love, she's showing kindness, you still have structure, okay? You're not being walked all over. You're still opening your heart because that's what you choose to do, and no one else outside of you is going to have power over you. So if you find that your enemies are being attracted to you because your light is shining brightly, let them. You want to know why you're going to let them? Because you're energetically protected. They can't hurt you no more. Why? Because you're going to have to make that choice. You're going to have to make sure they come in. You're going to have to, like, what I'm personally doing is giving them the illusion to think they're good. We're not good, but they think so, you know. Because, again, I'm not going to stop my happiness. I'm not going to close my heart because motherfuckers don't know how to act. That's dead. We're leaving that behind in 2024. So I think what it essentially boils down to is you trusting more than enough in yourself to continue to be in your highest alignment, even if other people seem to come and take advantage of you, because they won't. If you trust yourself more than enough to love with complete ease, you're going to know exactly who deserves it and who doesn't, and how to navigate it, okay? So bitterness is not a part of your life. Emotional turmoil is not a part of your life this year. You're letting it go. You're moving on, and congratulations for that. Now, lastly, this is my favorite one. I did this in 2024. We're going to leave behind trying to be the perfect person. You're going to be the villain in 2025, and you're going to like it. Everyone else is the villain. Everyone else around you who took advantage of you, who did this, that, and the third, they're with the villain in their reality, in your reality. Why can't you do it? What is so different about you? How come you gonna get fucked up if you're a villain, but they're not? They're benefiting from whatever they're doing to you. No. So in 2025, you're going to be the villain, because in order to be good, right? In order to be a good person, because I saw this and I was like, yes, this is a perfect analogy. In order to be a good person, you have to do evil. You have to fuck shit up, because that's the only way you can protect good. That is the only way you can protect yourself. So you're going to go in 2025 and you're not going to give a fuck about who you hurt for you to be happy. Because the thing is, you know that you're not going to intentionally hurt somebody. That is something you know. So since you know who you are, you don't have to be afraid of expressing who you are, even if it hurts another person. At some point, somebody is going to get hurt, and it better be other people besides you. Okay? This is how you're going to actually get your desires. This is how you're going to actually let go of people pleasing, and this is how you're going to step into your power. You have to focus on yourself. You have to prioritize yourself. You have to put yourself first. You have to know that everybody is just a NPC in your world, and you're the main character. Okay? That doesn't mean you just disrespect people. That doesn't mean like I'm seeing y'all as NPCs. I don't see y'all like that. I see y'all as like amazing supporters that surround me. Amazing people who I can cherish. That's how I see you guys, right? But the people who are evil, they're NPCs. It don't matter. They're the villains in your area. I'm an NPC in your world right now. You need to focus on you. That is what you're going to be tapping into for 2025, because you're going to see just how powerful you become, or I feel like you're going to be able to accept yourself more if you just allow yourself to have wants, have needs, be exactly who you want, be exactly who you desire, without being afraid that you're going to get a beating. You're grown. Who's going to tear your ass up? It ain't going to be me. Nobody tore their ass up, so I think you'll be good, don't you think? Yes, okay. So that is it. Those are the 5 things that you are going to do to make sure that 2025 is going to be your best year. That is what you're going to be leaving in 2024, I should say. Okay? Those are the 5 things you're going to be leaving in 2024. This is how you're going to transform your life, and I'm super excited to see exactly how this kind of manifests for you guys. It can happen instantly if you want it to. For me, it happened instantly. It just amounts to how much power you think you have, and you have a lot. I have a little announcement. I finally revamped my YouTube membership. Okay, so if you guys want to join me for about $5 a month, we're going to start doing a 40-day challenge that is going to incorporate all of these things so that you can manifest your desires for 2025. So if you want to join us for that 40-day challenge, go to the link in the description box and join our membership. Again, it's only $5, and you get a lot more things besides that 40-day challenge, okay? I really want you guys to know that you can transform your life, that you do not have to suffer to get what you want. But most importantly, you can be a fairy. You can be anything you ever wanted to be, and it all can stem from you just believing in that, having faith in that, having like belief in the fact that you can have everything you want, okay? And that's exactly why I'm doing this 40-day challenge. I promise you, in 40 days, you're gonna feel a shift. whether you want to or not. All you have to do is not only listen to what I am telling you in the challenges, but believe in yourself to do so. Because what could you lose? I think moving with that mindset, like, what could I lose? I'm already at wherever I'm at, right? Some of you guys is rock bottom, some of you guys is middle and you feel stagnant, some of you guys is up here, I want to go more, right? I'm already where I'm at. What could get worse? You know? So I'm gonna help you tap into that power, okay? Again, go to the description box to check out that membership if you want to join us. I would absolutely love to have you there. I'll be posting it January 23rd because I want you guys to get ready for all of this goodness. But yeah, thank you guys so much for joining this video. I really hope it helped you see exactly how 2025 can be your best year yet. If you guys would like to see more from me, make sure you subscribe to this channel and turn on my post notifications, as well as follow me on all of my social channels if you want to see daily posts and tarot readings and me talking about random shit like Nosferatu. Okay, if you want to see all those things, I highly recommend that you do that. Of course, have a beautiful, gorgeous, abundant day, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye, angel berries. Mwah.